So a few days ago, LEGO released a trailer for a short film based on The Mandalorian releasing on September 2nd, and in the trailer we see lots of cool things like a new Imperial hover tank pilot, a build for Moff Gideon's Outland TIE Fighter, a build for an Imperial dropship, and a lot more. And because of all this, people are posting on Instagram and Reddit speculating that LEGO is showing off new sets here and that we're gonna get these as actual products sometime soon. And I'm really sorry, I hate to rain on everyone's parade here, but I don't think a single thing from this show is gonna be made into a set. First of all, we already know the last two sets releasing this year in 2026, that of course being the UCS Super Star Destroyer, and then whatever the holiday set is going to be. So that takes 2026 off the table, and then next year, 2027, we already know every set that is releasing up until June 1st. So that basically leaves open August of 2027, but by that point, this short film will have already been out for almost a year. And since it's obviously just a short film, I doubt LEGO's going to want to make sets from it that long after it released. I mean, there's still official Star Wars shows we haven't gotten sets from, like Darth Maul, or the Tales shows, or even the last few seasons of The Bad Batch. So that means we're definitely not going to get sets from a short film of all things a year after it releases. If you think back to Rebuild the Galaxy, the first season of that show released in September of 2024, and the 3 sets LEGO made from that show released a month before in August of 2024. So I imagine that if LEGO actually wanted to make sets from this short film, like what we see, Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter, the Imperial dropship, they probably would have released this past August 1st alongside the Sandcrawler and AT-AT. But obviously that didn't happen. So again, I hate to rain on everyone's parade, but I don't think we're going to see anything from this show. But that doesn't mean they aren't still showing off some cool stuff. This Imperial hover tank pilot looks awesome. His torso and arm printing remind me of the Han Solo Mud Trooper minifigure from the 2018 TIE Fighter. His torso is actually almost the exact same. I'm pretty sure the only difference is actually his utility belt at the bottom. But still, as cool as his figure looks, I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon, if ever, in an official set. They also show off a pretty highly detailed build for Moff Gideon's Outland TIE Fighter, which I know is a set that everyone wanted LEGO to make back when the first season of The Mandalorian came out. But if you look closely at this design, it's basically in the style of a UCS set. I mean, the cockpit design is near identical to the UCS TIE Interceptor from 2024. And then on top of that, the design of the wings, minus them folding together obviously, looks very similar to the wing design of the 2015 UCS TIE Fighter. So pretty much what you're seeing here is a UCS style Outland TIE Fighter, and we definitely know that's not going to happen. LEGO's never even made a playset of this ship, so they're definitely not going to make a UCS model. Not to mention, we already know the May 1st UCS set for next year is going to be Darth Vader's TIE Advance, so that just completely checks this off the list for 2027. The build looks awesome, don't get me wrong. I mean, I would love to own this thing if it was a real set, but it's just not happening. We also get a partial look at an Imperial dropship build here, really just the front end with the boarding ramp. But as you can see here, like Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter, it's clearly brick built, so it has a full design. And I will admit that since this ship really isn't specific to one character and was seen throughout The Mandalorian in multiple different episodes, there's maybe a chance LEGO could just randomly make it in the coming years, kind of like what they did with the Imperial shuttle this year. I mean, that set's based off of The Mandalorian season 2, and that season came out years ago at this point. So I guess there's a small chance LEGO could do that with this ship, but I still think it's very unlikely. I feel like we're probably just going to see this build in this show, and it's never going to be a real product. The last thing I want to quickly talk about is this Bantha mold right here. This is another thing from this trailer a lot of people are speculating might actually be in an official set, and I'm pretty sure this is simply just the exact same Bantha from the Skywalker saga. And obviously, as we know, that game came out 4 years ago, and we haven't seen that Bantha in an official set, and they're simply just reusing the model here, it looks like. And not to mention, LEGO is seemingly moving away from molded creatures in favor of brick-built creatures. I talked about this pretty in-depthly in my Sandcrawler review with the Mudhorn build of that set. It seems like from here on out, we're most likely not going to see molded creatures anymore, so if LEGO does actually make a Bantha at some point, it's probably going to be brick-built and not this. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this short film trailer. Again, so many people have been speculating and getting their hopes up that these are going to be official sets, so because of that, I just kind of felt the need to quickly make this video and tell you guys that, hey, it's most likely not going to happen. Like, don't get your hopes up. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you can see them on the end screen right now.